Hi friends, the Chaos Theory event is officially here. I want to give you a first look at the Chaos Theory event and the Caustic Town Takeover. I'll talk through and show you all of the changes we see in Chaos Theory and give you a first look at Caustic Town Takeover. Also a big welcome to all Switch players who can officially start playing Apex Legends today, and hopefully this will be a really good thing. Hopefully we'll see the player pool increase in Apex Legends. Let's start first by looking at Caustic Town Takeover. Now it's taken the place of water treatment, and it's now called Caustic Treatment. The background to this area is that the crash of Fuse's ceremony ship at the start of Apex Legends Season 8 caused a fuel leak into the water supply of Kings Canyon, and now they've let Caustic take over water treatment to prevent the toxic elements leaking into the sea. This is actually a really dark arena that kind of represents Caustic's darker side. As you fly over Caustic treatment, the large circular open areas that kind of used to be pools when it used to be water treatment are now covered up with these circular constructions that you can actually get on top of and gain a height advantage. This town takeover does feature a lot of high tier loot around as well, so it's not a bad place to land, although because it's new, for some reason, the whole lobby's landing here today, but I'm sure that'll quieten down over time. The structure of the arena is actually really cool. It's got this amazing feature in the middle that actually gives players an opportunity to get hold of gold loot. The slight issue is though the centre of the facility is filled with toxic liquid, and you have to activate this panel in the control room to drain the liquid away. By the way, there is a panel on both sides. There's kind of two main entrances, from the front or from the back, and there's a panel on both sides. So it's almost a race to see who can get there first and activate the panel to grab the gold loot. It does become a bit of a kill box though in the middle, so do watch out if you're going in there to grab the loot. It also does start to fill back up with the toxic sludge, so you don't have too much time to grab the items. So definitely don't hang around when you're doing this. Also out back you've got some nice areas around the loading bay, and you've got a ship there along with the jump tower that was always there with water treatment. There are also some other creepy experiments going on which you can see, and they provide a good way to get some cover while you're moving around on the inside of Caustic treatment. There are some areas with multiple levels though, so do watch out for that, but if you can get above a team on some of the walkways, these make for some nice vantage points to use. So that's Caustic's Town Takeover in a nutshell. Definitely go check it out, I think you'll like it. Let me also update you on everything else that's new with the Chaos Theory event, because we've got a ton of new stuff that's come, and it's really awesome. Firstly, we've got the new LTM, Ring Fury, but I'll do a separate video covering how it actually works, with some tips on how you can win it, because it is quite unique and quite interesting. We also have a new inventory section called the Survival Slot, which again is a really great addition to the game. It essentially allows you to store a respawn beacon or the new heat shield, which protects you from the ring, but I'll cover that more in the Ring Fury video. The Survival Slot also means that these two items won't take up inventory space, which is really great because before, a lot of people used to drop the mobile respawn beacon because they never had space in their backpacks, so this solves that issue. You can only carry one item in the Survival Slot though, so you will need to decide, do you want a mobile respawn beacon or do you want a heat shield? But you can definitely balance that out across your team. We also have no-fill matchmaking that's arrived in Apex Legends. This means you can load solo into a game of duos or trios without having to worry about upsetting your teammates if you're looking for a teaser or doing challenges, or perhaps you just like playing solo. Either way, the no-fill feature lets you do that. I should add, because a lot of people have been asking, the no-fill feature doesn't work in ranked, it is for pubs only, so you won't be able to solo queue for ranked. Of course, with this event, you get free items as normal. We've got the event trail, which you can unlock by completing event challenges, for which you can earn up to 1,000 points each day. There are a few good skins here that you can get for free, like I said, just by doing the challenges, including a cool legendary Kraber skin, but my favourite is this Horizon skin, which is very cool. Another cool thing with this event trail is that the challenges do stack with the battle pass, so you've got that added incentive to do the event challenges, because you're not only levelling up your battle pass, you're earning yourself some free items in the event trail. Of course, with the free event trail, we also have the event items that you can purchase, and if you get all 24 items, you'll get the Bangalore heirloom for free. Unfortunately, the deal's not quite as amazing as it was in the anniversary event, but obviously it's still cheaper than if you have to get to 500 packs to get heirloom shards. I will also add, if you did get your heirloom shards in the anniversary event, and you saved them to get the Bangalore heirloom, you'll need to wait till after the event's finished in 2 weeks, but then you can use those heirloom shards to get the Bangalore heirloom, because it will join the other heirlooms in the heirloom store, which you can use your heirloom shards on. Next, let's look at the legend updates, because there's a few big legend updates. We can start with the nerfs, and there's been a big nerf to Caustic. His ultimate cooldown time has been increased to 3.5 minutes from 2.5 minutes. That puts it level with Wraith's Portal cooldown time, and only Gibraltar and Lifeline have longer cooldown times now. Caustic's Tactical and Ultimate have both been nerfed as well, because the damage for the Nox gas has been reduced to a flat 5 HP damage per tick. This is compared to the previous increasing damage from 6 to 12. The gas will still maintain its other abilities though of slowing down enemies and having vision impairment effects, so the gas will still be effective, but we'll have to wait and see how effective it really is compared to before. I still think it will definitely discourage teams from pushing, but it definitely won't be as overpowered as it was before. But like I said, we'll have to see if they've over-nerfed Caustic. Horizon has also had her cooldown time increased to 3 minutes. And on top of that, Gibraltar has lost his dome fast heal. Before it was 15% faster to heal inside Gibraltar's dome, and that's now been removed. I would say these are slightly smaller nerfs. Clearly Caustic has had the biggest nerf this season. In terms of buffs, I would say Wattson has had the biggest buff. She can now passively regenerate her shields without her ultimate, in a similar way that Octane can regenerate his health over time. In terms of the rate, it's about half the rate of Octane's regeneration, but it definitely sounds like it will be very useful, and I think this will make Wattson a more viable legend. A few other additional buffs saw Rampart's Tactical buff, where she doesn't receive the 200 damage from grenades that it used to. Instead, grenades will now just do normal damage to her Tactical. Revenant also had another buff. He can now silence Mirage's Cloaking, Revive and Respawn, as well as Octane's Swift Mend. Again, it's a small buff but could definitely be useful. So that's it for legend buffs. We also have some weapon updates as well, which I'll share. All gold LMGs and assault rifles will have the 2x bruiser scope, which I think most people consider is the best 2x scope in the game, so it makes sense that these gold weapons now have the better scope. On top of this, any gold weapon and indeed care package weapon, apart from the Kraber, can have their scopes replaced by a scope of your choice. And sticking with weapons, the Mastiff has probably had the biggest nerf out of any of the weapons. The damage per pellet has been reduced to 11, down from 13, although the fire rate has been increased to 1.1. If you want some context for what this fire rate change means, it used to be 1.0 before this update, but compared to when it used to be in the care package, it was 1.3, so it won't be quite as powerful as it was when it was in the care package, but the fire rate will still be a little bit faster. Overall though, I think this is a really good nerf for the Mastiff. It's been long overdue for a while, and the Mastiff has been overpowered for so long. It feels about the right time that the Mastiff sees a nerf. What this means in terms of the damage is that essentially anyone with a purple shield or above will take a minimum of 3 hits now, compared to 2 hits before, which I think is fair because 2 taps on a purple shield or above previously was just too powerful, and the fact that it's going to take an extra hit with a Mastiff to down you on a purple shield or above will definitely make it fairer across the weapons. A few other small changes for weapons. The Wingman got an extra slot to the magazine of every magazine, including the base, so that 1 extra bullet should definitely help the Wingman players. The Hemlock also had its hipfire spread increased, so you're likely to miss a few extra shots on the Hemlock now when you're hip firing. And finally, let's look at some of the cool quality of life changes that have come, because there have actually been a few really great quality of life changes. The loot has been improved across Kings Canyon, so it should be easier to access good loot throughout the map. I will actually do a separate video looking at the best places to get loot, so you can see exactly where all the high tier loot is in Apex Legends Season 8. Another cool quality of life change is that you can now view assists in pubs like you can on ranked, and assists will also display on the banners at the end of the game, so you can see exactly how many assists and knocks you and your teammates get. A few other cool quality of life changes. Club names now appear on match summary and champion screens if all of the players are part of the same club. This is super cool, and if you're in my club, the Thax squad, everyone will get to see that you're part of the best squad when you win. Another really awesome addition is the badge progression. I feel like this one's a subtle change, but actually it's something people have been wanting for a long time. What this means is, for badges where you have progression and different levels of badges, for example the assassin badge or the number of wins as a certain legend, you can now see exactly how close you are, so this is a really useful addition to the game. On top of this, there are a bunch of other little improvements and bug fixes. I'll put a link down below to the patch notes and you can go check those out for yourself. Overall though, I would say this is a really great update, especially for a mid-season update. There's a ton of great improvements, along with a new LTM, new item, and an awesome town takeover. I hope you have fun in Chaos Theory. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come join our community of friends. For now though, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.